Now this is a very nice chapter. In fact, I remember the first time I read third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which talks about karma and prescribed duties. I got very confused. I thought that I have to do some of my duties. What am I doing here in Krishna consciousness? And then I remember I went to one senior devotee and I asked him, what is all this now here? The book says that I should do my duties, prescribed duties, and I have here given up everything. Okay? Is it that I have done some sin? He gave a very nice answer. He said, for somebody who has dedicated himself to serve a spiritual master, his prescribed duty now becomes the orders of the spiritual master. Rest of the things are gone. What is the shloka? Devashi bhutatmaninam pitrinam naking karunayam rini charadhan sarvatmaya sharanam sharanyam gato mukundam arihitya kartam. He said all of us actually have a lot of duties. There is a lot of difference. Today, we see this culture, everybody is having no program actually. They have no clear program what they want to achieve in life. And because their program is limited, very, very narrow-minded program of some kind of a sense gratification and some bhoga and assurance. Basically, people are just small Hiranyakashipus today. They want a little money and they want some prestige in society. And in that rat race of money and prestige, not everybody can be in the front. Definitely 90% people will be behind. They go into depression. That's all the society is. There's nothing more. You see a person who is in the first 10% is walking slow. There is no signs of understanding. Everybody is not a one-classer. Different people are of different mentality. They have to play different role in the society. Today we went to buy an umbrella and the shopkeeper is telling me no umbrellas is possible to be made in India. I said, what, even an umbrella? Such a small, no. There's no labor available anywhere. All come from China. Imagine the joke. What a joke it was. I was just thinking, yes, because you're neglecting. Today, we're not saying, in fact, Prabhupada was not very enthusiastic about the modern day education. In fact, Prabhupada openly says, everybody need not be educated in this modern education. Modern education is nothing but a school of Shanda and Amarka. There is no Vidya taught there. It's a school of Avidya. Openly get it. All the schools and colleges are schools of Avidya, where no Vidya is taught. Therefore we see, they come out of that, they have only addiction to TV, to video games, to drinking, to smoking, to parties. What education they have? Nothing actually. No character building. Nothing. Zero. Because there was no Vidya taught there. What is taught is Avidya. Avidya means basically what is the reason of Avidya? Because my real problem, I am stuck in this body, in this material world, and I have no idea how I can solve the real problems of my existence, of death. Suppose somebody is coming and going to shoot you after some time. To solve that problem. That is the primary problem. Why you are lost into some other thing? Okay? Somebody is coming tomorrow and going to shoot you. So instead of solving that problem, you have to take police protection. You have to get some, buy gun if possible for yourself. Somebody gives a threat to you, I'm going to come and shoot you tomorrow. What will you do? You'll buy gun first, then you'll take police protection. Correct? And you will try to have as much security. Somebody comes in all this, in between of all this, and he says, hey, this cloth that you're wearing, I want to tell you something about this cloth. What this cloth is made of. Now this knowledge which he's telling me, is it going to solve my real problem, which is just coming any time? Actually, we are not aware of the real problem of death. We do not know where I will be thrown in the next life. When Parikshit Maharaj came to know 7 days are remaining, he handed over his throne. That's what we have been discussing in the Bhagavatam. Every Sunday morning, and even 1 hour is not sufficient. Every time we just do one shloka, there is millions of tons of encouragement to become serious in life. Even Chanakya Pandit said, one moment lost cannot be recovered, even by paying billions of gold coins. Today nowadays currency have lost value, but at least and gold coins, they never lose value. So billions of gold coins you can pay, you cannot recover. What you cannot recover? The moment that you have lost. So every moment, how much you will be serious? Every moment you will be planning all those, something to be done about the problem which is going to come tomorrow. It's so serious. Therefore, Krishna consciousness is a very serious move. And you see Prabhupada always very great. Not giving a smile photo. Prabhupada is not interested. You see Prabhupada's photographs are there. This disciple. Prabhupada is great. It's a very serious one. Very scientific one. Because Bhagavad Gita informs us that if you have brain, you can also understand, even though the body dies, the soul is not going to die. The observer in this body is not going to die. Now that is not dying, so then on what basis is going to take the next body? Yam yam bhavi smaran bhavam tajate ante kalega. Correct or not? And then, now I start working on my consciousness. Every moment I work on my consciousness. On top of it, I take shelter. God and those who have themselves, I also put over. I chant Lord's name, every day I keep myself busily engaged. At the same time, I keep offering every day serious prayers to Krishna. I give you protection. Please, my Lord. Correct? It's not that you don't chant the name. Lord, please help me. You chant. He has told something to be done for his self-purification day. And God and those who are themselves, who seriously are applying themselves to the process, then you keep praying to the Lord, please give me shelter. I am scared of nothing in this world, my Lord. I am only scared of forgetting you. Because I know you are the only protector. Suppose one person tells you that when that fellow comes with a gun, just give me one ring, I'll take care of it. He is a powerful person. How much you will keep his number on the mobile on the top, so that you will see I have to press that number moment. Okay? Somebody has said, a police has given the number. Just press his number, we will all 10 vans will be there. Don't worry, that person cannot do it. You will keep the number, you check 10 times if the number works or not. You will keep it on the top. Same way, we also have to keep Krishna's name in our mouth at that time. Don't forget. You have to keep the Hare Krishna mantra ready. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Just like Jamila, what happened? Yamuthuda's came. That exam of death happened actually. And Yamuthuda's came. He kept the number ready. Immediately he made a call to Narayana. Narayana! He made a call. Narayana sent his people, gave him protection. True. And you cannot say, some people say, therefore, oh, Narayana is so nice, the whole life I can do something, nonsense, whatever I want. And suddenly at the time of death, I'll call Narayana or I'll call Krishna. You cannot cheat Krishna. Krishna is very, very, you cannot use Krishna like this. By mistake, all of us do some mistake, but not plan. That becomes the greatest of us. Not that I'll let me smoke 2 cigarettes, then I'm chanting Hare Krishna. Krishna is so merciful, he will say. If you're doing like that, it will not only the cigarette smoking is an offense, to use God like that for simple activities becomes the greatest offense possible. So it is very dangerous. So now the culture that we have sadly today is the culture of rights. Because people have no picture. Prabhupada says it's a very terse comment actually. Modern world is a world of animals. It is very difficult to find human beings in the society. All animals. Nothing else you can find. Animals and a bunch of animals, that's all. Among them to find a human being is very rare. And among you, a human being, we are referring to a person who is serious about his business or human plan, who is aware of the situation. Devotee is not a fool is fully aware of the situation. It does not waste 1 second. It's very aware, correct? It's very aware of his duty now. What is his duty? Now in this world there are two duties which come. One duty comes because of the body that we have taken. We are part of the society in this and that. Other duty comes, spiritual duty. But suppose, generally a devotee sees these two things do not conflict. Generally a devotee sees. You know, we are there in the city, certainly we have to obey tax laws of the city. Correct? We have to obey some other things in the city. When you drive, you have to follow some other, and then your primary duty of the human life. Correct? Just like you're going to the police, informing somebody has given me some call, is going to hit me. What do you do also on the way? You'll also buy a gun for yourself. You'll keep some protection for yourself. And when you're driving on the road, still you will keep left or right. You have to follow. Your primary business is there. But secondary, so many other things also you are doing. You are still taking bath, you are taking some basic care of the body. So same way, when I know my real business is to elevate the consciousness, but still, through what I am going to elevate my consciousness? Through the body. So certain social duties do come in this world. Therefore, the list is there. We have a duty to the devatas, because they are managing the affairs of the universe. We have duties to the rishis, because they have given such wonderful knowledge. See, Bhagavad Gita we are discussing from Maharshi Vedavyasa. So we are grateful to Vedavyasa to enlighten us. Devarishi Bhuta. Bhuta means other living entities and not your ghost. Bhutatma. There is a Bhutatma also comes over. Sanskrit sometimes words have many meanings. Bhuta. Bhuta Praliyate. So there are other living entities, they also, I get milk from cows, I'm so grateful. Other living entities are also offering me some service. So I am grateful to them, I am indebted to them. Devashi Bhutata, Nrinam, other human beings, Pitrinam, and particularly my own parents, grandparents, I am indebted to. So, Devashi Bhutata, Nrinam, Pitrinam, Na Kinkaro, Nayam, Rinichara, I am indebted. Any gentleman. Sarvatmayaha, this is now revolution. Sharanam, Sharanam. It is difficult to understand for an ordinary man this thing. If somebody has taken completely shelter of Krishna, he has no more any duties to perform anywhere. That just one thing is service to Krishna. Everything else is included. But at the same time, we should be careful with that. Because Prabhupada, there were devotees who were selling books sometimes. And for selling books, some devotees started telling lies. This book is very good for, just like today in India, the problem is everybody is talking about economic problem. There seems to be now some alarm bells. Everybody is getting tensed up. What is going to happen now? We thought India's story is going so wonderful, but suddenly some tension will be involved. They're getting frightened. Okay. I was developing something. Devashi Bhutata Nidam Pitrinam Nayakankaro Nayam Rinicha Raja Sarvatmaya Sharanam Sharanam Gato Mukundam Parayate Kartum. And in that example I am. So we all have rights. Everybody is after rights. And in this world, nobody is after duties. So somebody who is completely surrenders to Krishna, he has no more any duties to perform. I was developing an example for them. There are no more any duties to perform. Yes, sorry. So devotees were selling books, and then what happened? They were telling some lies. So Prabhupada, when he came to know that, Prabhupada said, in the short term, these things benefit sometimes. But you see, there are a lot of problems with this. Number one, You are being trained as a Brahmana. Because that's a Krishna conscious movement. Our objective is to elevate the people to Brahminical platform, which is just next door to Krishna conscious platform. Brahminical platform is basically Kanishta Adhikari. Kanishta Adhikari, anybody, is a Brahmana. Just like there are so many people, religiously they are born in Brahmana family, they get up, they do Sandhya Vandanam, they do this, they worship the Lord, they believe in God. It's a Kanishta Adhikari. Imagine, for Vaishnava at the beginning, I'm a Brahmana, that's the summit. So therefore Vaishnava is the whole life. He goes even beyond that. Brahmana generally continues ritually like that. But Vaishnava, completely surrendering himself to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, goes even more than that. So Prabhupada said, now this principle of telling lies is against Brahminical principle. One of the first qualities of a Brahmana is Satya. It should be truthful. And by repeatedly telling lies like this, it will become part of your personality. I have seen that actually. Sometimes in temple, in certain services, some people start telling lies to society. And then later I have seen their character becomes degraded because that becomes their habit. Because telling, it becomes a habit, which is very dangerous. Devotee should be no kutinati, he should not be duplicitous, he should be honest. And why did he not come for that day, that function was there? He tells one lie. Why did not come for Mangalarti? Another lie. You know, everything a lie is ready because he got so used to telling lies. You know, every day service he was thinking, oh, nothing will happen, just some. These are all innocent lies. It's okay, everything. But if you keep telling, it's very dangerous. It becomes part of your personality. Devotee should be truthful. Number one. Number two, we are living in society. When people come to know about these lies, what is going to happen? The society, you may have gained little by telling lies today. Overall, for preaching, it will be very damaging tomorrow. You are going to spoil the name of the society. Correct? It's a proper side now. So therefore, okay, principle is there for Krishna service, anything can be done. Because that is primary. But at the same time, we should be little practical also. And you know, you may get 10 inch and then you go back miles. And practical preaching in this world. Therefore, we should be very careful. At any moment, when in fact we are crossing the boundary of our prescribed duties, we should be very careful to do it in such a way that we don't cause damage to our spiritual life. Correct? Just like it is said in an example, catching fish without getting wet. Not everybody is an expert in that. So when you are dabbling in this world, sometimes with the rules, you will be very careful. And there are exceptions, every rule is a general exception. Rule, you don't generally break. But every rule is an exception also. That Acharya has to decide. Prabhupada had only once an opportunity to go to Russia. In fact, Prabhupada stayed in Russia just for 3 or 4 days or so. And devotees arranged for that. And Prabhupada wants to discuss philosophy with some professor, Kotowski, and meet some department people, and no general engagement in the public were arranged. And Prabhupada does not know anybody there. He still went. Somehow he had a desire to preach in Russia. You see that today Russia is the biggest field for ISKCON's preaching. But it's Prabhupada is the one who started it. He landed in Russia, and it's very interesting actually. Very, very amazingly interesting. And one devotee, and there are so many stories about it, sometimes we get time, we can tell. So one devotee, he travels with Prabhupada, and they have a discussion with Kotowski, but he is not, Prabhupada, that discussion is available in our book, Science of Self-Realization. Prabhupada just demolishes the theory of communism, the bogus philosophy. Prabhupada never agreed with that philosophy. Everybody is one equal. Classless society. Prabhupada said, what are you doing? It's foolishness. Not classless, it is foolishness. You want to offer everything to the state, but the state is not perfect. Offer everything to Krishna. Krishna is perfect. We are also in that way spiritually committed. But this idea Prabhupada did not agree. Not only point by point Prabhupada demolished that theory. He talked to him, and then finally Prabhupada came to his chambers and he was sitting. And he saw the country. He said, people are so poor. Outside they were at that time showing Russia as a competitor to America. But he saw the country very poor. And people really struggling for basic necessities. And he saw thousands of people just walking on the streets. Prabhupada was really wondering what opulence is there, whatever material opulence they show up in their country. Prabhupada could not find anything. Then what to eat in that country? Prabhupada sent his one disciple to get the basic items and he had to struggle for that. Long queues to get milk, long queues to get some basic grain. This is what's supposed to be some opulent superpower number 2 at that time. Prabhupada was surprised, and this is the capital city, Moscow. Anyway, somehow with great struggle, the disciple was bringing items for cooking because Prabhupada cannot eat. Generally, nobody should eat food which is not offered to the Lord. So while coming back, one Indian person saw the devotee, foreign devotee, dressed up with tilak and all. And he's an Indian, maybe he's the son of a journalist or something. And he said, Hare Krishna, how you are there in this country? Like that, because he saw Krishna Bhakta, he could recognize. So he said, yes, why don't you come? Acharya asked. He said, yes. I'll come, I'll bring my friend also. He is very much interested in Indian philosophy. So he brought in a friend, a young Russian boy, to talk to Prabhupada. Prabhupada talked to the Russian boy now for 3 days. And he finished it. That boy was surrendered to Krishna. He got an opportunity. Prabhupada was so happy. He said, just like a rice. How do you test a rice? When you take a rice, you see whether it is good quality. How you just take one piece of rice, anybody does, and you try to press it. If it is cut or we see it is cooked, means whole rice is cooked. The Prabhupada said, I just saw one boy from Russia, so much interested in Krishna consciousness. This country has a great potential. And then Prabhupada ordered preach in this country. It was against the law. It was against the law. Devotees got order from Prabhupada, they never came. And this person was already there now, Prabhupada disciple, who kept organizing preaching. In fact, to such a scale, you should hear from the devotees actually. It's amazing, miracles happen. Devotees used to take from West Germany to East Germany and via to West of Russia, there was a communistic kind of a union. They used to take books, hidden in the cars personally. Even the leaders used to put their life into risk. And some of the devotees even died in the concentration camps. But Prabhupada did not kill. That happened much later. Prabhupada had given an order, devotees put everything at risk to accomplish all of this spirituality. And today you see the result now. Unimaginable preaching going on in this. Today is the biggest group. Imagine how somebody can understand a field is so right. They just understood. Prabhupada wants it enough. I don't think any devotees in any part of the world have done this much sacrifice to spread Krishna consciousness as much has happened in the last few decades in Russia. Even now, when they have a festival, we don't have even in India. Tens of thousands of people come. Amazing, it is amazing preaching. The devotees should tell, if you can read sometimes, you will see amazing stories of preaching of Russia. So, there, Prabhupada did not care for the rule and regulation of the country. Care. Bows. Correct? So something is very strange like that. In fact, around the world, Prabhupada ordered disciples to chant and dance on the streets. Devotees are arrested in many parts of the world. Prabhupada just did not touch his person. Disciples wrote to Prabhupada, Temple President wrote, Prabhupada, many devotees are in the jail. Prabhupada, what is the problem? Tell them to chant Hare Krishna. Our business is we are happy anyway. Anyway, try to get them out. But as a devotee, they should not disturb anything. Devotee is happy everywhere. And actually it is because of the sacrifice of these devotees that today it's a household name. True? But in the beginning, there was trouble. I remember, even in Bangalore once we were doing Harinam on the main road, Chickpet something. Police came and they stopped everything. It was a communal violence that just happened. They were very worried. Harinam on the can trigger or something. So like that. So you imagine situation sometimes can be, but we should not stop. Generally, the order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is spread this mission any day, every day. We don't care. We don't care if there is some really foolish lost topic. In fact, sometimes, in the sense, it's not that now we go and put in a dangerous situation. We should be careful. But if some law is really crazy, the devotees go beyond this so-called society rules and regulations. Correct? So in that respect we can understand. Otherwise, devotees always are very careful because it may spoil the whole situation of preaching. So prescribed duties, whatever somebody has, he should perform. But in case that's just like Arjuna also, you see, he was in the battlefield and there was Karna standing there, and Karna's wheel was stuck up. Karna told Arjuna, please remember the Kshatriya Dharma. Don't kill me now. Krishna told Arjuna, kill him. So Karna was looking, what is this? He's going to hit me now. Krishna said, you are teaching a Kshatriya Dharma. Huh? What Kshatriya Dharma did you follow at that time and Draupadi you instigated to be disrobed in public? Is it Kshatriya Dharma? He started listing devil side scriptures. He was stuck actually. So many people have created stories of Karna as a hero and all. But actually, if somebody is not a devotee of the Lord, he has no qualities. We don't agree there are any qualities in their personality. We just discard. So, Krishna pointed out. And then he said, Arjuna, kill him. Arjuna proceeded. Why? Krishna is telling. Even though there may be some Kshatriya Dharma, finally what is the purpose of following Kshatriya Dharma? Krishna should be pleased. So so-called mundane moralist, their head may get spin here. Yes sir, your mundane morality, but it will help me. It will not help me. What will help is that whether Krishna is pleased by my activity. Krishna is not whimsical. If you put your head and try to understand every activity Krishna does, there is a lot of meaning in it. But devotee understand or does not understand does not matter. If he sees Krishna is pleased with an activity, he will do it. Even though it may break so-called dharma. Yes. Therefore in Bhagavad Gita Krishna says what? Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam praja. Give up all your so-called rules and regulations. Try to please me. That's fine. So devotee actually tries to do that, but does it in a very careful way so that it somehow doesn't break the rules of this world, because it makes situation complicated. But if suppose there is no other way, just proceed working. What has to be done? So therefore we see Arjuna killed. He did not kill him. He killed Karna. So in this way, prescribed duty should be understood very carefully. And our life should go on. In fact, the example is just like you put water on the root of the tree, the water goes everywhere. Similarly, if Krishna is satisfied, everything is taken care. Arjuna was so much worried before the battlefield. What if this happened? What if this happened? These are foolish considerations. For a devotee, these are not the concerns. Whether Krishna will be satisfied with this activity, yes, proceed. That is how devotee mind was. Srila Prabhupada ki, Bhagavad Gita ki.